Oh my god! Oh, bruh. Oh, nice. What? Apparently, normal guard breaks do damage too. I didn't actually know that. And I'm guessing it's only like 1 point of damage. And I could not imagine a more epic way to end that fight. That was pretty dope.
Can't wait to get behind this wheel.
Wow. That poor guy. I just fucked his shit up. Not only did he lose his car, but he got, like, rolled over by it. Multiple times. What? Wait, how was that a deflection? What? Demon Undercut doesn't do that, does it? Oh, man.
Goodness me.
Oh, are we gonna crash? Let's see if the
I
game
hope
crashes.
Not. My game never crashes here. His game crashed.
Oh, well then. Oh my god, looking at you do the.
What do you mean? My legs blend in with my skirt. Oh, I have to walk down the stairs.
Womp womp, I hit the trigger and you didn't. That means I get breakfast and you can go fuck yourself.
No, we both get breakfast.
Oh.
I made your favorite breakfast. Oh, Mr. King from across the street is going out of town for a few weeks.
Good.
He was wondering if you could check his mail for him. Oh, and your friend Pierce called.
Oh my god, look at your face.
Mouth.
That's bullshit.
Such a car, and someone named Deb stopped by earlier. I just sent him away. I think I heard Timmy deliver.
You are an asshole.
Let's go.
You know what? No, I want you to do it. I want us.
Fine.
Idly doodly. You abomination.
What's new in the world today?
I don't understand why this is a MASH QTE.
Neither do I.
You ready to meet the fine people of Steelport?
Dude, when we get given rocket launchers, that guy is so fucked.
I usually
Oh
do.
yeah.
It's your world. Go ahead.
I swear to God, if I have to walk the whole way because you're driving. No, okay, I'm in the back seat.
Boy, they sure are anxious to meet you.
They?
Oh, hey, the stop sign just says obey.
Queer sense of humor.
Is it just me, or does that
Ma, you should have a queer sense of humor.
just a nagging feeling like this is all
Can't wait to get out to the lake this weekend.
Oh, I'm not hearing you, I'm hearing me.
fish or
Good.
What are you
Only I have to witness this monstrosity I've created.
Almost there.
Why do I feel like you're just going to make a variation, another version of trolling when you can?
Hey, it'll be a more tolerable troll, okay?
It's just that goddamn voice, man.
I know, that, and I really want to fix the voice, actually, because I did not mean it to be this trolly.
This dress, though, I swear, there's not a universe in which this dress is okay.
Oh, I stubbed my toe, you didn't.
Haha.
Fuck you and your toe. Ha, you have to take a picture.
What can I say? I know how to walk better. It's because I'm not an alien. In a skin suit, you know what I'm saying? Even the beeps are robotic eyes. God damn.
There you are, just sitting in the car. Can I move? Can I go? There we go.
Okay, actually...
Hello?
Go ahead. Whatever, doesn't really matter.
What is this? Kinsey, where
Isn't
are you?
it this way?
Finally!
Actually, you would have been better off going forward than turning right twice, but it doesn't actually matter.
I welcome you.
I think I'm gonna move this castle. Oh. Yeah, let's just... How long do I have before I have to worry about these guys? Hour? I've got time. Okay, so if I was going to do... I just need blood essence. Fucking easy to do. Right. Here's to hoping I don't fuck this up. Yay. Well, that was interesting. What is happening, dude? Aside from me forgetting my timer again. Okay. You know what? Come here, you. Point. Shit. Well. Anyway, yeah.
The castle heart is starving. I must feed it. This will not work.
Okay, hold on. Back to what we were doing. Well, for a minute. Genuinely, I don't know why it's being so weird about loading in this time. Yo, nice. Well, that was a bit weird. Right, yeah. Shit. There we go. Okay, like, so... Yeah, the rest was just walls, and those walls only existed to... Yeah, that's fine. So yeah, this will probably be way hella easier to deal with. Also, hey, interlopers. Wait, what? Oh, uh-huh. That's a whoopsie on my part. Actually, you know what? I think that's the real issue here, is that instead... those should be right here. Anyways, interlopers. Hello. Really? I mean, we're about to have everything that we need anyway. It's fine, but really? I mean, it's possible that I've got some more of those shards just chilling in here. I don't. But that also is not that big of a deal. Oh, right. I don't have, like, a reason to... Like, I'm done with the last tech table. It's done. We are at a point where I'm just trying to fill the coffers with as much shit as I possibly can. I'm not sure that I have like a genuine reason to do this so much as it's just I'm I'm a hoarder. When it comes to these kinds of games, I'm all about it. So we could do the same thing with Blood Essence here, so damn it. I'd just say, like, one thing that I would definitely wish that they could do with this is do, like it'd be great if there was some other way to improve, like inventory organization, but then again, I doubt that there's a whole lot of other players that are... Like, I'm sure that there are some, obviously. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, I'm the only one. But, like, I don't think that there's a whole lot of players that are just hardcore hoarders in the way that I am. Like, I mean, like, every time that I played Subnautica, I'd have, like, a compendium of sorts of different materials. I'd have a locker for all of the different types of craftable items and or, well, the materials used to craft items, rather. And I mean, like, the way that I am in Core Keeper, come on. Like, I fully accept that I am not normal when it comes to the aspect of collecting heaps and heaps and heaps of items. I'm fully aware of that. The itching. We can put these in here for now. Executive decision. We're not putting them in there for now. Whoops. There's, where did I put it? There it is. Bone. Planks. Whereas we get blood essence all the time, and I just don't see a reason to be concerned about it. I do desperately want to improve my sawmill scenario. So let's yeah, I'm already focused on Stavros the Carver. Honestly, I think there's a good chance if I just take care of all of the jank around him that he shouldn't be that much of a problem. Having said that, I could be entirely incorrect. Bruh. A lot of useful minerals over here. Oh, okay. I don't know why I expected them to be a bit more durable. Okay, that's enough of that, buddy. There's also just heaps of fucking boxes here, dude. Yeah, no. This enemy is genuinely a pain in my ass. Stop it. What the hell? Ah, what? Yo, did that just drop me some seeds? Snowflower seed? That's not... Okay, that's not what I thought it was. Here, while we're here... I've got a box for this stuff. Because of course I do. There's another one? Please tell me that those guys are not friendly with the boss, because that would be extraordinarily horseshit. Oh, fuck off, dude. Oh, come on, dude. Oh, and he's got friendlies now? Because of course he does. These, like, projectiles that he throws are fucking impossible. Cool. Really?
It does not end with me.
So, were those other humans here fucking him up? I gotta say, I was mostly just, like, trying to pay attention to whether or not I was in range of those attacks. I didn't think so, but, you know. That felt extremely clumsy, and full disclosure, based on how it started, I fully expected that to be a shit show and a failure. For a second, I thought my Skellies were headed towards something. Where they just walked in a direction for no apparent reason, seems like. Yeah, I'm not worried. I think it's funny that genuinely the only reason I did that was, like, I didn't even do it for, like, any of the major upgrades. Whatever upgrade he may have offered. I just wanted the advanced sawmill, that's it. Can't reach it. Of course. We all know that bullets only travel about 14 feet, right? That's just science. Well-established science.
I must make room if I want to carry that.
Oh, those are seeds. Yeah, we definitely want the seeds. I don't know where the shadows are. Okay, what else did I get? I mean, sure, weapon coating, ooh. Alright, let's just, let's head home. I'll potentially cut down more corrupted oak on the way back. Potentially, we'll see. Oh, Emery. Emery is really hard to ignore. I'm not sure what this, oh, I guess I have a status effect of Venom. You know, like, one thing that I do find really irritating about this game when it comes to that kind of stuff is, like, so that status effect is there. I have not... Like, maybe there is, or maybe there isn't, a way to look and see what that status effect is. But I haven't found it, which means it's difficult to find. Because I have looked for stuff like that before. And Neo 2 has the same kind of problem too. So there's scenarios where it's like, I have this status effect, which may or may not be good. And then you go through and you look at what that status effect is, and it'll tell you what it's called. Which, you know, I guess is better than nothing. But, you know, it'd be a hell of a lot better if you knew what it did. I think in this game's case, it's that I would have to highlight it with the mouse. I don't think that there's a way to see what the status effect is with the gamepad, which I don't think that that's acceptable. I think that that's hyper shit. I think that we're in Assassin Lady area. Yeah, we definitely are. I'm just gonna get back here. I don't have any space for the hide. Oh, hello. Corrupted flower seed, I'm about it. What else do I have that's just not worth diddly shit right now? I'd rather have the hide than the bone, because I've got, you know, a bone farm at home, more or less. I won't lie that even now, like we're still in a point where just about anything, like I look at the inventory and it's like I could make use of just about anything. I'm just not concerned about the water skins, because like, you know, I have plenty. I'm not worried about. Like genuinely, I rarely use curatives at this point. $29? Yes, please. Me. Assortment of storage lockers, Jesus. It's interesting to me where it seems like the more things you unlock, the more just normal enemies have higher value things, like the book for assortment of storage lockers. Oh, okay. We're full on all the basic materials.
There is no space in my inventory.
Oh no, garlic. Easy part, put that shit in there. Glass, Emery is down here? He said, questioning his own system. It's like a lot of the time, so long as I can remember more or less where I keep certain categories of items, it becomes easier, much easier to remember where exactly the item itself is. Okay, so what is this? For unholy, I don't have anything on unholy chain, so fuck it. Money is downstairs. I have these seeds to work with. Yeah, we'll deal with that in a second. Oh, I have 3 of these. Shit. Okay, hold on. Oh, bro, they're fucking backwards. No, they're still backwards. The hell? Oh, you know what? I'm dumb. what? We don't want that. Those are getting processed a hell of a lot faster. I don't think I have a box for hollowed wood. Oh, goody, I have a new teleporter. I should probably group the woods together at the very least. So we don't have any reason at all to care about these books. Which of course begs the question, why am I holding on to them then? I don't fucking know, bro. I got this paper. I know where that's going. I still want to, like... I don't... And this is not going to make any sense to anyone else, I imagine, but I still want to have, like, a full set of all of the research materials. Like, I know that does not make sense, because that shit is not useful now. But at the same time, part of me is like, I don't know, it's a bit of inventory that I could fill. I suppose, like, one thing that I could do is I could... Because, like, I don't know, the way that I have these things separated out is, like, these are all things that are used in or come from a furnace, and these are all wooden items. But, like, I don't know, man. At some point, I'll probably have to... I say have to. At some point, I probably will. Come up with some alternate way of doing things. Because once the boxes are full, that's when you go ahead and start moving on, or well, that's when I am going to start moving on to the idea of actually producing things. Like moving on to forcing all of those items into a higher level production again. Anyways, right now I'm gonna get into this iron mine and farm a heap of iron, because I gotta say, like, of all the materials in this game, it really seems like iron is the thing that you're gonna need the heaps of. It seems to not get much heapier than iron. Okay. Oh. I don't know why I thought that was one of my scholars. Am I not? I don't know why it like I'm getting sunburnt real quick. Anyways, I'm not concerned at all with either of the bosses in here. For one thing, I know that they don't get along with each other. Here recently, like, I came in here and found the dude with the scythe. Like, when I initially encountered him, he had almost no HP. And I found that to be very strange, because I didn't do it, and I know that if the player is not near a boss, then the boss recovers. Well, V-Blood. Whatever. At any rate, I was nowhere near it, so there was no reason for it to be at low HP, and then I went a little bit further and found the archer was dead. Well, I went a little bit further after going ahead and finishing them off, because I thought, well, that's convenient. Hey, what's up, Jess? I mean, it has a lot of problems, but overall I keep coming back to it, so that says enough. I mean, every game has its problems. But, yeah, I don't know. End of the day, I keep coming back to it, so it's good enough. How was work? I imagine I slept all the way through your workday. Well, I've got this spot right behind my right shoulder blade that is just itchy as hell and will not calm the fuck down. Ooh. Ha! You right, you right. I am not a game comer backer tuber. That sentence sucked. I don't often come back to games. My inventory is a lot more consumed than I thought it was. Managers. Man, there was okay. We want to talk about that. I have something to share on that subject. Viv and I, when I think we were in Chicago at the time, but where we were, where we found this is not as important as the rest of the story. So, Viv and I found this neat little place that was like a comedy museum, so like stand-up comics and things like that. They had it was a genuinely neat little place. They hosted like live shows and shit, and like we were curious, so we were in there looking around, and we had this lady was being really cool and showing us different exhibits in it and talking about their live shows, and she was like really, making the place sound super cool and fun. And then in the middle of that, some other dude approached her and was like, "What are you doing? You know that you shouldn't ever leave this area, blah blah blah." Like just jumped her ass in front of us. And that wasn't, like, that part made us uncomfortable, but that's not the part that like, really was the absolute worst. The part that was the absolute worst was a little bit later. I was looking for the bathroom, and I went down the hall towards where they were, and I guess the manager office is back there as well. When I get back there, man, I am hearing management just screaming at each other. Like, genuine, honest to God, just like losing their goddamn shit at one another. And it's like, this is not a good place to be. So we both of us heard it, and both of us are like, nah, we're not coming back to this fucking place. Like, you'd think for something that's based around laughter that there'd be a little bit more relaxation there. Like, you'd think that at the comedy place you wouldn't have to tell people to calm the fuck down, but... Like, dude, I don't know what y'all are so fucking upset about, but y'all need to calm down. Yeah, I don't get it, man. Like, That's the exact opposite of the kind of vibes that you're trying to let off. And at the same time, like, look, I mean, if it was because, like, if they were having, like, a bit of a meltdown because business wasn't going well, I get that. And I understand that, and that is reasonable. You know what's not reasonable? Making the environment around you so hyper trash that I don't want to engage with your business. It's gonna make the situation worse. Like, at that point, like, the way that they were behaving, I no longer, like, you get to a point where you no longer give a shit why they're upset. You only care that they're being dickheads. And I think it's real easy to get to that point when someone is just acting fucking absurd. And like that first lady, she was genuinely what that place should have been about. She was just fun and approachable and like trying, like teaching us things about the establishment, and it's just like, bro, like 10 out of 10 would converse again. But like, fucking hell, man. I have so many boxes. Where the hell did I put the oil? No, genuinely, where the hell did I put my oil? There it is, Jesus. But yeah, we're never going back to that place. Jesus, sounds like you work with some really toxic people. Sorry to hear that. I wish I couldn't say that kind of reminds me of someone, but it does. That is the one thing that I really miss the most about working at Round 1, is that when we worked at Round 1, genuinely, I cannot think of even one manager that I was like, this person's a toxic dipshit. Like, they were, like, all of the managers that were at that Round 1, at least that one, specifically, they were all, like, decent people. Like, bro, I miss JoJo so fucking much. And, like, this guy, this was the kind of manager that was, like, when he asked you to do something, you didn't do it because your manager told you to. You did it because JoJo asked you to. Because you genuinely wanted to get things done for JoJo because he was that good to everybody. And like when you've got some members of management that are just so good that the reason you want to get shit done is because you want to do right by them, like that is the good management team. Like Grady was cool, and like none of our managers were like above doing the exact same tasks that we were doing, and that again, that's the kind of thing that really encourages the team to, you know, side with their managers, you know. Oh, fun. Great, excellent. I mean, honestly, it sounds like they're just being, well, it sounds like at least one of them is being deeply childish, so I wouldn't worry about having quote-unquote stepped in it. Realistically, it sounds like they're up to a bunch of shit at work that genuinely shouldn't be part of the work environment to begin with. It's like anybody else you go talk to about that, they're gonna say that's a toxic workplace. Because, well, that's exactly what that is. Like at work, it's fine to be able to have like, you know, friendships and like, you know, a friendly relationship with. Why didn't that sort? What? But like, it's another thing entirely for like people to get like really personal, like in the negative sense. Alright, let's get these servants sorted out. Come here, buddy. Give me that iron. These dudes were all out on 10-hour hunts. I'm gonna put all of this away. I forgot that I still had stuff in here to put away. Here, we can break those down real quick. I mean, unfortunately, that's usually how these kinds of things go. The one that's actually not a piece of shit will be like, wow, like, I don't deserve to be handled in the way that I'm being handled, so I'm just gonna leave. Usually, like, it really sucks to acknowledge, like, usually it's the worst ones that stick around and just continue to be fucking toxic forever and ever. I wish that wasn't the case, but that's usually how it fucking goes. That's been my experience as well. There was like, man, I could go through some fucking stories about management. Like, we could sit here talking about that topic for literal days. What do I have here? Right, we want this stuff. Except I know that Freed has been going here solo, so we're gonna go ahead and put him on that. I am... Ooh, really? Bort's been going up here. Probably with Whisper? Krusty, actually. Yeah, Krusty's got a high enough chance. I only dislike the giant blocks of text when I'm trying to speed run or when I'm trying to, like, do something really, really high skill oriented. Right now it's fine. Bro, yeah, retail is shit. Like, there is no alternate to that fact. Retail is shit. Bruh. Ah, man. One second. Here, you know what? I'm gonna keep that open so that I remember to do the thing, but I need to send out my servants. Yeah, dude, like, it's funny that it's apparently not that common for people to just recognize the bullshit. Like, context. Why would somebody, the first message that they ever send me be, I'm at work right now? I don't even know you. Who gives a shit where you are? Couldn't care less where you were, Bubba. Useless information to me. Whereas, like, I've got people that are, you know, actually come in here from time to time that do, in fact, watch me from work. But they're people that I've interacted with. They're not randos. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I'm gonna send out everybody except Rosa. trying to remember, like, what am I set up for here? Sybil and Stefano. I think this. Yeah. And the reason we're not sending out Rosa is because I intend to change her equipment a little bit. I think I want to put an opening here somewhere, maybe right there, so I can more easily get into the alternate location. But yeah, man, like, bots don't do context. They just, like, come in and say shit that doesn't make any sense. It's really, like, it baffles me when I see other streamers just ignore the fact that the interactions that they're being presented with don't make sense. Like, how could you possibly just ignore that? What was I trying to do? We'll grab that, we'll grab those. Alright, anyways, I gotta get some things out of my inventory so I can work on Rosa's equipment. Blanks, gems, blood stuff. I'm quite certain that I do not have a storage yet for... Why is my cursor way the fuck over there, bro? What? Alright, time to get another awakening. Ultimate cooldown. That's actually probably quite nice. But yeah, I need to remember to tackle that sheet. I mean, I think I know what that mindset is supposed to be in terms of, like, quote-unquote see the future, in terms of, like, being able to predict who's gonna be a troublemaker. Like, when someone comes in and says something that isn't quite homophobic, but it's like, this person might be homophobic. But at the same time, yeah, that's a really whack way to put it. Here, you know what? I don't know, like when it comes to me and modding people up, like I assess two different things. First, do I want to saddle this person with extra responsibilities? But like more importantly, like do I need more mods and do I trust this person? Because like realistically, if it's somebody that I trust, in all likelihood, they know exactly what I want and they know exactly what to expect. So like, I don't have any like major issues. Like I don't mod anybody up that I need to explain to them this is what I want. They just know. I do know of a large streamer that was in fact paying their mods. I don't know if that's still a thing. I mean, given how fucked the economy is, there's no telling. But there was a big streamer that I watched for a while that was genuinely paying their mods. Right, well, I have a couple of minutes to deal with this, so... Where is... Man, it's like, why the hell does Twitch constantly do this shit? It's so hard to find settings on Twitch sometimes. So let's say Discord. I think I have Discord like blocked in general, but I guess people bring it up in a relatively innocent way. Like, I'm at work right now, I guess, RM. Gonna pull up for your next stream. There's nothing in that phrase, I think, that I could just full-on block. But, I mean, literally there's no reason... There's not a lot of reasons anybody would ever say add me on anything to me, like, realistically. Anyway. Right. Sanguine Pistol. I'm trying to remember who that streamer was that was genuinely paying their mods. Because that's been a long, long time ago. Wait... I think it was one of the Sunday Sequence Break guys, now that I'm thinking about it. I mean, you know, T-Duva is pretty easy to contact, but that sounds complicated to me anyway. I don't know, maybe it's not. I do wonder how many people, like, use Chatty while they're viewing other streams rather than only when they're, you know, streaming themselves. I do that sometimes. Oh no, yeah, if I'm a mod in a channel, then it's not negotiable. Like, I definitely want Chatty open if I'm modding. Is this just too fucking useful to just have the ability to just click on things and get it done? Okay, that's enough coins to go get the better cape. I'm about to do that, like, real soon. Can you teleport with these batteries? It doesn't say you can't. But yeah, when I'm just viewing a stream, I don't usually have it open. And it's like, usually, I think the main reason for that is because most of the time, like, I guess the reality is I just don't spend that much time in streams that I'm familiar with. Like, that probably sounds extremely shitty, but, like, the reality is that for the most part, like, most of the time when I go to streams these days, it's like I'm looking for new streams, and it, like, I'm not gonna open Chatty on it every fucking instance. That is gonna take too long. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, the chatty live function is pretty good. Right, 400 kwans. Oh, and the batteries. I may as well get that done. Because it's all in the same area. Wait, did I accidentally put heart? I did, I put a heart in there for some reason. So the merchant I'm about to go do business with doesn't really give a shit if you're a vampire or not. He just wants money. And you know what? Fair. Okay. Hmm. That's one thing that I really don't like about the mod mindset is when streamers make it like you feel like you have to be present. Like unless you're genuinely getting paid for being a mod, you should never ever feel like you have to be there. Ah, fair enough. Can't see shit. You know what I just realized? That I'm a bad streamer. There we go. Anyway. I think anybody else come by like, you only just realized you're a bad streamer, huh? Well, to be fair, I do have quite a lot going on my layout. That is the one critique I have had people make that I can see that there is some validity to, is just that there is too much information on my layout. At the same time, it is what I want it to be, but I can see there being some validity to that, is that it's kind of a lot. It is. There's enough that we can both sit here for a while and completely whiff on the fact that the data's not being shown. It is what it is. It's, for me, it's one of those things where it's like, if the information isn't there, it's gonna feel wrong. You fucking bastard. Sir. I mean, see, here's the thing. In order for the layout to fit, like, the webcam and the chat and the split timer, which, by the way, when I am doing speedruns, the split timer is already too small. But if that spot is going to exist for the split timer, then when the split timer is not there, it needs to be something else. So there's not like a universal option for anything. The only real option in that case would be to just not have a spot for certain things, which would be not at all acceptable. It's funny, there was a point in time, quite a long time ago actually, that I put together like a little, not really a how-to per se, but an explanation on how my layout is built. And a lot of the people that did read it told me later that they did not realize how many decisions like related to each other. It said that they did not realize there was that much to it. I don't like that. Because, like, I will say that of everything that is on this layout, literally not any single detail is arbitrary. The size of everything is, like, relates very specifically to one thing or another. The inclusion of most things are related entirely to the inclusion of other things. But, like, the bar above and below a 16:9 game, guys, y'all are making a bad decision. That area is just open. And that's why there's, you know, like the music display, for instance. So then again, if I'm gonna use a playlist, right, and play music that doesn't belong to me, it only makes sense to give full accreditation right there. Or attribution? Attribution, that word. Fucking fists. Hey, would y'all stop, dude? I would still genuinely argue I've got the prettiest layout I've ever seen. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say other people have ugly layouts, but like, I have sharpened the knife over years. And you know what really lands for me when I say something like that is that there was quite a large amount of time where every time that I changed my layout, it didn't take that long for me to decide something about my layout is ugly and that I hated looking at it. But, like, ever since I started using this layout, bro, I haven't, like... The only things I've changed about this layout are back-end stuff. Things that make life easier for me. What the fuck? That was real weird. Bruh. Fuck off. Sir. I don't know how, like, okay, it looks like I've got 24 more batteries. I think I can only, like, reasonably charge another 20 anyway. Yeah, I've experienced that a couple of times. Unfortunately, I never, ever see it in a scenario where I can, safely dominate it, but then again, I think that there's, like, the irradiated what's-it juice that you can give enemies to force their blood quality up. I haven't really fucked around with any of that, though. Honestly, the blood percent mechanic is something that I could do without entirely. It seems kind of silly. Cumbersome, even. Bruh. I don't dislike building stuff. Like, it really depends on how cumbersome the building mechanisms are. But I also understand the desire not to engage with those kinds of mechanics when they are too cumbersome. Presumably something just hit. I don't know what it was. Oh, is this still... Boy, they overload for a fucking while, don't they? God damn it. Fuck off. I don't think that there is another lightning harvester. I'm pretty sure it's just the 4 of them. Yeah, I'd say as far as like building mechanics go, probably the most cumbersome that I am willing to have interacted with is Valheim. Like Valheim had like snapping, but at the same time it's also very loosey-goosey. I guess that bear was pissed off at a tree? Alright, let's give myself a map home. Although, believe it or not, I do kind of want to go through the area where I think Lord of Styx is. See if I can clobber those stones yet. Because if I can, that's gonna be the good shit. Having said that, going through that area at all is deeply dangerous. Yeah, okay. Now the red line will take me through hell. What? Fucking get the flowers, man. Damn. No, yeah, I hate the sun mechanic in this game. Full stop. It's shit. Like, there is not a single, like, redeemable thing about the sun mechanic. It's shit. It's so terrible. The shadows are inconsistent. The way that it all works is just really, really, really wobbly at best. Blood crystal. That's not what I thought this was. I'm not even sure I give a shit about that. I mean, I'm sure I'll give a shit at some point, but for the moment, who cares? I don't even have anything I can do with that stuff. far as I know, I won't have anything I can do with that stuff until after I've defeated the boss in that area. Yeah, I've got 20 fully loaded batteries. There's a 90. Honestly, I don't even think that there's the benefits for having a 100% blood source are even all that great. But like, for one thing, it's so incredibly like temporary. It just doesn't last that fucking long. And sure, you could dominate one, bring it back to your castle, and tap its blood repeatedly until it dies, but it's such a fucking hassle, dude. Yeah, people are dumb. People are gonna continue to be dumb. And the longer that the industry like pushes for just like making up bullshit numbers, the longer people are gonna like increase in dumbness. Cause like, look, man, people aren't gonna think for themselves. They're just not gonna fucking do it. They'll pretend that they're thinking for themselves, and then they will pretend that they understand some shit. But the reality is, bro, they're just not gonna. Wait, what? Oh, nice. Okay, cool. Like, the reality is that if people would wisen the fuck up for just a minute and stop buying completely unnecessary, stupid, useless shit, then the industry would stop pushing in the direction of endlessly dumb, stupid, unnecessary, useless shit. Because there'd be no money in doing that. We're gonna be stuck in the idea of dumb, unnecessary, stupid, useless shit forever. It is what it is. Oh no, yeah, you're talking about the surveillance state, yeah. don't even remember where I've been keeping this stuff. Is it in here? Yeah. During the Super Bowl, there was this dumbass ad. And I mean, like, dumbass, you have got to be just next level stupid as fuck if you believed anything about this ad. But like, they were talking about, like, partnering with Ring, the camera doorbells to build an AI network to find lost dogs. Oh, you might get to see Fluffy again. Realistically, it's just an attempt to surveil everyone forever. Like, what? You're on the street? Surveillance. And thankfully, this is one of the few times where, like, people just saw that for what it is, straight up. Like, this is a naked attempt at just saying, like, yeah, we just wanna monitor everyone forever. Like, literally, like, I'm not a Super Bowl fan. Like, I don't care about football. Our team won the Super Bowl, and I couldn't give a fuck. Having said that, I was at a Super Bowl party just because, like, it was an excuse to socialize. And when that ad came up, I was like, bruh. Like, as soon as it came up, I was like, yep, that's not the real reason. Oh, right, yeah, for sure, dude. Like, I have been planning a full 100% migration to Linux from Windows for definitely over half a year now. And I just can't do it because, look, the two things that I would need. Number one, I would need to get a video capture device. A new one, because the one I have right now, it just doesn't work with Linux. But the other thing that I need is an external hard drive. And, I mean, I trust I need not explain why that's a problem. Was that this? Was it this? It was this. But yeah, much as I would love to, because fuck Windows. Fuck Windows so much. But I don't have a spare $300 to drop on a 4 terabyte external hard drive. I wish I did, because I would love to get out of this shit. It is what it is. Ugh, fucking hell. That sounds like a power supply issue, but I'll be honest, the last time that I had a major issue causing my computer to shit the bed instead of actually like hunting down what the genuine cause was, I just gave up and got a new computer. I fully gave up. Why does it always put me back down at the low end of all of this? Blood homogenizer. Again, I assume this is just an upgraded blood press. Wait, what is that? Oh, it's just fucking decorations. I don't give a shit about that. Advanced tannery. Lord Styx, the Knight Champion. That plus 75 sun resistance rating. Cannot be used while carrying resources. So, like, nothing. Nothing at all. Yeah, it's fucking whack that it's like impossible to find like genuinely good advice on computer stuff, because like like, the number one thing that I constantly run into is just when I have a particular problem, like, okay, perfect example. When I have a problem, let's say, with whether or not my internet is behaving properly, every goddamned result that I get... Oh, you can look at the debuffs here. Okay, cool. Every result that I get is talking about Wi-Fi. All of them. And then you have to go like fucking 6, 7, 8 pages deep before you see one result that's not about the Wi-Fi. And it's not about the problem I'm talking about. So, like, trying to find computer-related advice online is just such a shit. Oh, whoops, this is not the right set. I've got so many boxes, man. Are either of these even going right now? No. That's upsetting. Yeah, dude, like... I think what's the most hilarious thing about it to me is that I think that they give the advice that would have been helpful to them, but it's like, bro, like, if you genuinely had to be told to update your drivers, what the fuck are you doing? Actually, why did I do that? Now that both of my properties are in the same place, yeah, you know what, we're just gonna... Like, admittedly, I never update my drivers, ever, unless I have a reason to. I don't update programs unless they stop working. Or unless there's, like, a new feature that I really want to have, but I always hold on to the original version, like, the version that I was happy with last, because, you know, why risk it? I didn't even realize that I could upgrade that yet. Anyways, you know what's even funnier about the update your drivers thing is that people don't acknowledge that sometimes the latest version of your drivers are faulty and cause problems. It does say more about the guy who posted it, because they're dumb enough that they would not themselves have thought to update their drivers, so they have to inform you, because what if you wouldn't have thought about it? No, I thought about it, dude. Like, what are you talking about? Soul shards. Oh, I can't even get up that. I see. I'm not sure that this is even useful. Defeat Dracula. Well, that's certainly a goal. Oh no, it's fine, bro. You're good. Dude, I don't even consider this trauma dumping, and I fucking hate it when people use that term in general, because it sounds like, dude, when I jump into a stream for the first time, and one of the first things I see is a rule that says no trauma dumping. Honestly, you know what that really says to me? I would rather not treat you like a human being. Just be a name on the screen. Like, it's one thing, right, if we had like a large group of people in chat, and we had someone that was just like it's one thing to like share, like, you know, like these bad things are happening in my life and I'm having these issues and blah blah blah. But like, it's one thing like to share. It's another thing to like milk it and make it all about that, and for that person to make it all about themselves, and to just ignore the fact that the rest of chat is trying to move on to different conversations. You know, it's a completely different act. And like, I don't know if that's what they're talking about, but like, in my mind, that's like when trauma dumping is like really when it becomes problematic. It's when you've already told your story, but now you're banging on about it and like refusing to let the topic change, so that everyone will focus on you. But like, we're friends. Like, I stream and go to other streams to make friends, to have friends, to interact with friends. What kind of a dipshit would I be if I'm like, oh man, you're being real negative. Only talk about positive things. Fuck off. Alright, I gotta have a potty break, so I'll be back. Just go. Just go. Just go.
You need to stop.
What? I'm just driving.
Okay, good. There's a plan here.
Well, that's not what I meant by just
That-
go.
Did you just see that car just fly?
No.
Okay. I ran into a car and it flew.
I didn't see flight, but okay, that person
Brace yourself.
definitely flew.
Jesus H!
Haha, fuck you, oh god! It's bullshit!
I can't believe you got hit by the truck.
Fucking suck my balls.
Be you.
Be me.
The simulation is all about normalcy.
That... Okay. His noggin just got straight stuck on the wall.
Can I pick that back up? Boom. I harmed me and I don't think it mattered. I guess we're not meant to meet the big meanie until after it. Are you serious? Okay, so the game's not shy about letting you jump over ledges that are angled, which is good. What the fuck? Alright. Okay. No, yeah, that's fine.
Can't tell you how much I don't like this. Can't, what's up? The fuck out of here.
Boring.
Oh, look, that guy down there, he got dizzy and dropped his bat. How very unfortunate for him. Whoops. Peace out. Oh my god. What? Is he up here? What? Where did he go? And how is he back? I'm gonna give a very confused. It was a much faster car I just passed, but it was a two-door.
We should start the friendly fire first. Then I could get these fucks.
This fucking game, man.
What? Why are you alive?
Oh, well then I don't really have a chance, do I? Damn it. So, so during all that, these guys down here, they're supposed to be chasing me. But, they can't, because I phased through that gate.
Great.
I can go down there and say hi, though. What's up, guys? How are you? What? That's funny. Okay.
Millen, Johnny has ordered the destruction of the laboratories. Everything's going to blow.
I'm stuck. I literally cannot move. Man. I cannot move. I'm stuck on bad request. So when I closed it, it saved the settings from that version. Hey, could you do an attack? Yo, the map is gone. That was... Oh man, that was so good. Alright.
Lucky boss.
I am a fucking asshole. Okay. Okay.
Whoa. Okay. Oops. This is what happens when your damn garden gets so overgrown. It takes forever. So, the last time that I talked to Cindy about her, I mentioned that I missed her quite a bit, and I do. However, wait, what is this shit? But I was also informed that she had a very, 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 very negative opinion of me. And I told Cindy, be that as it may, I still miss her. I don't know that anyone has really heard from her much. The last person that I knew had any like long-term interaction with her more recently said more or less that she just sort of fell off of the face of the internet. Which is fine. Whatever she's doing, I hope that, you know, I hope that life is going well. Well, that game was genuinely a lot more fun than it had any right to be. I mean, from what I understand, she went to college, and made more, like, IRL friends. And since then, it just hasn't really been much of a denizen of the internet, which, again, is, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I personally feel like there's time to, you know, have IRL friends, but also interact with the friends that you've had online, but that's none of my business, you know what I mean? It's not my place to say, oh, you know, you should do this also, or whatever. Especially since, like I said, she, for some reason, has a negative opinion of me. For whatever reason. It is what it is. I hope that things are going well for her. What do I want to do? We'll get a shitload of sulfur and copper. I mean, she's made it clear she's not coming back here because, like I said, she has a negative opinion of me for, again, for whatever reason. But yeah, ultimately, whatever it is that she's up to, that's her business, and I hope that life is treating her well. That's gonna be a no from me, buddy. I'm a bird. Yeah, I mean, we are where we are. And it is what it is. I'll be honest, I wish there's a lot of things from back then I miss. Like, I miss the whole group being able to hang out together and be happy like we were at that time. Life has been unkind. But it is what it is. There's nothing that can be done about it at the moment. I mean, I don't even hang out with Sid anymore. Because I got tired of him just being deeply disrespectful. But life just goes that way sometimes, like, you know, life circumstances are different now, situations are different now, situations are different now. That doesn't mean, like, in no way, shape, or form would I suggest that because Sid and I are no longer friends that he's a bad person, but regardless of how we got here, we definitely drifted apart and we're no longer friends. It just happens. I don't know about all of that, but I mean... When things go... Like, when things happen, you just have to accept that shit. You just gotta... truck on and be like, yeah, this is what life is now. Could you fucking don't, mate? Whoops. Man, like, when I think about, like, strength, I don't typically think about somebody managing their life so that they have more safety or wellness of mind. I tend to think about people that are doing that for others. And the first person that comes to my mind is my father, yeah, because... Like, let me give you a great example of what kind of person he was in terms of, like, taking care of those that are around him. He had rheumatoid arthritis when he was among us, right? And rheumatoid arthritis is, like, I'm told that it, like, the amount of pain that it puts you in is biblical. Like, it is insane how painful it is. And an example of like a physical, obvious, like, you can look at someone who has it and you can see how obviously painful it must be, and the fact that it builds up, like, inflammation in your knuckles so much that you get like collections of inflamed tissue around your knuckles. So he was actually to the point to where he could not move a decent portion of either of his hands. One thing that, like, really makes like the rheumatoid arthritis act up and hurt, like, way more is cold temperatures. So it is worth noting that my sister and I, when we were younger, we didn't really understand that. That wasn't something that we had processed. And sometimes we would ask my father if he would join us in a swimming pool, go for a swim with us. And he would do it sometimes. And now as an adult processing that, basically, we asked my father if he would like to jump in a lake of fire and have fun with us. And then he did. And that, man. That's just so his children would have a good time, he decided, like, yeah, I'm just gonna deal with the intense pain and act like I'm having a great time. What the fuck? I can't even process that. Like, the only kind of, like, resounding strength that I imagine that I could claim is that, like, most people who have had close family members do them grievous harm, a lot of people never really build the strength needed to get away from those situations, to acknowledge that their family are horrible people and get away from those scenarios. That's probably the strongest thing I've ever really done. But again, that was for my own well-being. That wasn't really for the well-being of anybody else, and I don't think that there's... It's not nearly as impressive when you're doing things for yourself, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Having said that, I do not in any way, shape, or form intend to suggest that you shouldn't do things for yourself. Obviously you should. It's important. I think, like, one of the best lessons is that it's important to take care of yourself, because if you don't take care of yourself, you won't be capable of taking care of others. Viv is, like, the best person. Period. Straight up. She doesn't see it, but I see it. I don't deserve her. She's too good for me. Womp.
Try to keep up.
God, it wasn't that long ago that I was only just strong enough to fuck around with with Jade. Oh, she's still after me. So much for this cotton shit, then. Yeah, what's up, Crimmy? How's it going? It am Azana, you correct. How did you figure it out? More work stories. Slew. You know, I was always torn, like, because when I worked at Round 1, we definitely had a decent spread of both, but I was always, like, torn on whether I preferred days to be more active or more relaxed. Honestly, I think if Viv were to leave me at this point, I genuinely am not sure that I would survive. Like, our lives are put together in such a way that our partnership really is like, I handle things that she doesn't handle, she handles things that I don't handle. But I think the reality is that the things that she handles are things that are, like, basically, if you took us apart from each other and left us doing the same things that we're currently doing, I would be fucked, but she would be, like, her life could work that way. Mine would not be able to work. You know what's funny? Like, every time that there's, like, some things that change in our lives, like Viv and I sometimes talk about potentially moving back to Texas because there's, like, possibilities that the local government is going to be less insane soon. I would say don't hold your breath, but it's possible. But, like, every time that we talk about potentially no, that's done. Every time that we talk about potentially moving back to Texas, my ex-wife talks about potentially moving up here. And, like, it's not winnable. Like, at some point or another, one of those things is gonna happen. But, like, if my ex-wife moves up here, then there's genuinely no excuse for me to move to Texas. Wait, wasn't that? Yeah, that was the one that got moved. Viv, V-I-V. Oh, it's fun. I knew what you meant when you said it. I assumed, honestly, that it was a typo. I never remember where my oil is. Well, I mean, reminder that Viv and I are in an open poly relationship, dude. There is genuinely zero, like, jealousy here. In fact, before my ex-wife met the fellow that she's with now, we had offered my ex-wife to like be part of our relationship. We had offered the possibility of us all being together. Which I would still quite like, but, you know, Hansi has chosen the life that she wants, and I support it. But, like, you know, to be as, like, clear as possible on that, like, the reality of that situation is that once upon a time I was a really, really, really fucking horrible person. And Hansi knew me at that time, and genuinely, at no point should I have ever expected her to forgive me. And like that's a point that I try to make to like new people in my life that might, you know, genuinely get to know me long term. I try to make sure that I share that fact because, like, I think everybody deserves to know what kind of person they're getting involved with. That's number one. But number two, and this is the most important to me, you cannot pretend to be sorry about a thing that you pretend never happened. Like, you're not sorry. If you're not admitting that it happened, you're not sorry. I mean, yeah, we all have some fucked up shit that we've done. Everybody does. That's just objectively true. And, like, I think, like, the most that you can do to be earnest about that, and, like, people are definitely more willing to forgive you when you just come clean with it. And you just say it. Like, yeah, I was a fucking awful person to my ex-wife when we were together. Like, to be fair, neither of us were great to one another, but we were young, we were stupid, and we both acknowledge that that is definitely the case. Having said that, there's no fucking excuse. Alright. What we got here? It was the cheese. Oh, the cheese. But no, yeah, it's just it's just that life is complicated, and you gotta go through your series of fuck-ups in order to get to a point where you understand what you're doing, what you did wrong, and how to not do that shit anymore. I will tell you this, though. I do remember at Wallace and Gromit. There is actually a couple of Wallace and Gromit games on the PlayStation 2 that I played through on... Well, I say played through. I played them some on backlog. One of them was something about a were-rabbit, and the other one was just like a typical, like, platformer collect-a-thon thing. There's also a Telltale Games entry based on Wallace and Gromit. What the hell am I even gonna do with these Stygian shards once these are done? Like, is there gonna be any reason to give a shit at all? I mean, I guess I could. Yeah, I guess I could buy the epics. There's always that. Here, you know what? We're just gonna collect these up for now. I was incredibly into just basically any kind of cartoon once upon a time. You put an animated thing in front of me back then, I was about it. Yeah, and I mean that's really the goal right there for sure. Yosemite Sam game. I don't think that there was one of those on the PlayStation 2, but I don't doubt that there is one. I know that there's several Bugs Bunny games on the PlayStation 2. Yosemite Sam may have been involved in one or more of them. I'm not really sure. Windows 98, Jesus. Speak into the forbidden god tongue. Then again, you know, to be fair, it wasn't too long I was talking to Viv about a game I played once upon a time on fucking Windows 2.1. I think it was 2.1. Well, we were talking about, like, my first ever encounter with computers in general. It's like, okay, so we, I think I talked to you guys about the fact that we, sort of kind of went on vacation. We went out to some pretty cool locations. Well, one of those was a, oh, I didn't even realize there was an entrance over here. We went to a really sick-ass, antique shop out in the middle of nowhere. Because, like, I'm going to tell you this right now, just as a fact. Antique places out in the middle of nowhere hit very, very different. Usually when I try to check in with people that I haven't seen or heard from in years and years, they don't respond at all. Anyways, while we were out there, I had a conversation with the older lady that was at the cash register. Like, honestly, the conversation started off with asking if they had any Burma Shave posters. Because I am a desperately old person. I'm in there talking about fucking Burma Shave. Anyways, that ended up in a conversation about computers and technology, and we were talking about, like, having to use, like, old school DOS, and I mean DOS, I don't mean MS-DOS. I mean, like, before Microsoft was, like, fully involved with the inner functions of that, you know? And I was like, sweetheart. I originally, like, everything that I originally learned was on DOS, and then I told him, I was like, the first computer I ever had was a Franklin PC 8000, and that company didn't even exist by the time I was born. I'm not fully sure why I'm doing what I'm doing right now, by the way. I'm just kind of farting around, I guess. Because we're just talking about stuff. Oh, no, yeah, so let me tell you about my first computer. Like I said, it was a Franklin PC 8000. Yeah, if you look it up, you can find out stuff about the Franklin PC 8000. Anyways, we were fancy. We had an upgraded hard drive in our Franklin PC 8000. It wasn't the stock hard drive. So we were working with a whopping 2.2 megabytes. Oh, there's plenty of, like, websites that have, like, computer history where you can genuinely find out stuff about really fucking old computer models, and I'd be real surprised if it was hard to find out stuff about the Franklin PC 8000, because, like, I genuinely, like, it wasn't too terribly long ago that I was just, like, curious and wanted to look up stuff about it. So, here's the thing. There is a company today called Franklin, and I do think that they have a computer department, but this is not that company. Anyway, so yeah, we had a 2.2 megabyte hard drive. Ooh, so impressive. And, we did have a floppy drive, like, you know, the 5 1/4 inch floppies. And it was also somewhat upgraded in that it had the ability to use, dual density floppies, which basically meant that you could take the floppy and flip it over and it would read it properly. See, those are about half a megabyte. But I need you to understand that my hard drive was about as big as 4 of those, and I shit you not, I probably had over 1,000 floppy disks. Like, I had probably a little bit less than 100 that were, like, a genuinely meant to store a certain type of information. And then just a heap of them that were just empty. I don't even know where most of them came from, if I'm honest. I know that at one point we bought a package of discs that were like, I think it was like 250 floppy disks in like one package, which, believe it or not, wasn't very expensive even then. But after that, we ran into, because like, you know, we used to do like the garage sale, yard sale type of scene. Like, at some point I ran into someone trying to sell all their old computer shit, and it was just like a box with like, you know, a full-on old computer, hard drive, you know, the whole kit and caboodle, the whole goddamn thing was there. And they wanted to sell the whole thing for, I think it was like $15. It was basically nothing. And of course, that was the only thing at this yard sale that I had any interest in whatsoever. So I was like, okay, yeah, fuck it. $15, make the kid happy. He will not. He will speak ever again at this yard sale. Correct. Anyways, that's how we ended up with like a stupidly large amount of them. So, honestly, I never give, like, literally any quarter to, like, people that are like, that's X amount in today's money, because realistically, we don't actually have the metrics. Like, no organization has the metrics to make that claim accurately. It's always just an estimation. But, like, when people talk about, like, the buying power of a currency, they're talking about, like, usually they're talking about a specific set of what are considered to be essentials, and how much those cost once upon a time versus how much they cost now. And how much that would have meant in the difference of money across time. But, like, it's all estimation. And honestly, a lot of the time when I hear numbers, we're like, oh, you know, $100,000. That's like 1.2 million in today's money. Based on what, bro? Like, I really don't think it is. Plus, like, realistically, like, you also have to understand that, like, there's a scale of value, but there's also a scale of price. So, in reality, like, if I could buy a car for $100 once upon a time, and now it's $10,000 on normal, but, like, then you'd say, like, oh, you know, $1 is now basically $100, but that just means that the scale is different. The value is the same. You know, but, like I said, like, the scale difference is usually the same, or, well, usually it's actually far worse. It always makes me wonder, like, obviously I'm not questioning you about this, because, like, it's just one of those things that people often think about, but, like, for those who know better, it makes me wonder why they push this narrative that, like, money is, like, somehow more valuable now, when it's less valuable now than it's ever been. That's probably not quite the wording that I meant to go with, but you know what I'm saying. Like, it's useless information. So I gotta say, aside from prices going up, I'm gonna tell you this right now. I cannot think of a single thing that has ever happened in my lifetime that would have genuinely, earnestly changed the value of the money I was spending. Based on quality. You know, I remember being younger and there being like this... It was a big deal, like people would be like, buy American, you know? And now that's just not really much of a thing. Well, even that's not American. Like, think about any game console that was, like, literally full-on American. And, like, the only contender that you have at all is the Xbox consoles. And that is dire. But like, if you want to get even deeper than that, like, is that even an American console? When, like, sure, it's assembled here, but the parts, the sum of the whole, is the only part of it that's American. Oh, well, like, let's be real. Classic games in general are fucking expensive. Even like well-known bad games are expensive right now. Like, games that people are well aware this game is rubbish are just ridiculously expensive right now. And I mean, there's a legitimate reason for that and a bullshit reason for that. And the legitimate reason is that, you know, COVID happened and everybody wanted, you know, video games at the same time. That makes sense. That is normal, natural, and correct. Increased demand meant increased prices. That's exactly how it's supposed to work. Unfortunately, that's also when, you know, special interests decided that they were going to buy their way into video games. And once that kind of thing happens, you end up with extremely inflated prices. Like, I mean, how many private equity companies are suddenly, like, buying up fucking video game companies left and right? It's really, really... it's just a bad time to be alive. I honestly, here's the thing: if you're going to play the game casually, emulate it. Like, I'm gonna tell you that outright. If you're just gonna play it casually, either emulate it, or, like, you could buy it legitimately for $10 via the PS3 on the PS Store right now. As far as I know, it's still there. But, dude, finding a genuine copy, finding a copy at all would be a gargantuan task. I wouldn't be surprised about that at all. But yeah, like, Like, look, I will never fail to champion the fact that 28 seconds. Huh, that's funny. 17 seconds, 16 seconds. I thought we were all here. But yeah, I will never stop championing the fact that the emulator is bad. Well, quote-unquote emulator is bad. And that it, is not the same thing as actually playing the game. It's not. That is still an accurate statement. Having said that, it's so fucking expensive, and it's so hard to find. It's not quite that bad, but it's pretty fucking bad. You don't want to buy the Japan copy? That's fair. Oh, whoops, shit. Yeah, that's not what I meant to do. 2 hours, please. I don't know why this menu seems to just do whatever the fuck it wants, man. Yeah, it's not going to be easier to find than the US copy is, though, and as far as I know, it's going to be just as expensive. So, like, okay, so here's the thing. There are several games on the PlayStation 2 that, like, literally the only thing that's interesting about those games is the fact that they are expensive, and that's it. Like, here's the thing. I tried on Rule of Rose. I tried on Hunting Ground. I tried on Kuon. They're okay. Nothing about them is nearly as interesting as the price tag is. You think that's why you stopped collecting? Yeah, sounds reasonable. Nine minutes. Jesus, it took me a while to get her set up. Dude, fuck sports games. Like, that shit is just whack. I don't understand, like, why, like, here's, like, just straight up, I don't understand why you would waste your time or your money collecting, like, 100 duplicates of the same fucking shit over and over. Sports game fans baffle me more than any other group of people ever. 'Cause, like, come on, dude. Come on. Right? It's a total fucking waste of time and money. Just straight up. And like, I mean, if somebody was specifically just like, oh well, I mean, that's literally all I'm collecting though is the sports games. Okay, you do you, but like, why? I'm sure somebody out there is like that. Fuck FIFA, dude. Like, you know, Viv and I actually had this conversation recently where we were talking about, like, you know, I have encountered recently enough examples of games where it turns out the stats in the game don't mean anything. Right? So like you'll run into like instances where it's like braking is this, acceleration is that, and it's like, but is it though? Do those numbers have any actual impact on the way that anything in this game handles? And it turns out in some instances I've noticed, no, that's just not a thing. Those numbers they don't mean anything. And I can't help but wonder, how many examples would that be true about in sports games? Like, you've got all these, like, examples of, you know, like, they put such and such players into the game and all of their stats and this and that and that and this. But it's like, I'd be willing to bet that every single one of these sports games is literally the same game. Literally. With the exception of textures, names, and the printed stats that don't actually change how the game plays. %, that's what I think is going on. Like, I don't think that the posted stats for these players in these games have anything to do with anything. See, everybody that I know that, like, has done, like, console challenges have, you know, sworn off from the start that they are not going to do all the sports trash. And I genuinely think that that is the correct way to do it. Oh, god damn it, I'm trying to move that one. I genuinely cannot imagine, like, who the hell is gonna be your viewers? Like, who the fuck is gonna sit around and watch you play Madden 04? Who is gonna do that? Like, we're all friends here, and I wouldn't even expect you motherfuckers to be here if I was playing Madden 04. Alright, that's based on the same... You'd think I was hacked. You know what? That is a valid conclusion. But that short pass thing is probably the same kind of idea of, like, when you're in like a game with guns, right? Where you've got like a really long barrel on a gun, and if a thing is too close, then the projectile comes into existence at the end of this barrel, but not where the enemy actually is. You've also got, like, the classic XCOM thing, right? Where you can have a scenario where your unit takes a shot at an alien with their shotgun, right? And the model is such that they've literally impaled the alien they're shooting at with the gun, but there's still only a 92% chance that they'll hit the target. And then, of course, you know, that 8% chance is the biggest 8% of all time, so they missed. Is, like, genuinely one of the most hilarious fucking things ever. I'm pretty sure I have... I don't know why I have a single battery in here, but there we go. Real quick, I'm gonna pop down here and see what we needed again. So, Dark Silver Power Core Primal. So, mukbang is, like, has an actual meaning that isn't what it sounds like. Oh, it's not. It's nothing. It's not like it's not the kind of definition that you would expect. It's fine. 1 greater blood, 12 plank, 8 copper ingot. Ah! That went so fast. Probably. I wouldn't be surprised. Alright, we'll figure that out later. I think I'm about to get out the dance pad. Because it is cold in here, and I don't know when I'll get another really good chance to play that again. I also decided, I don't know if this has become obvious to either of you yet, but I'm not archiving the dance stuff on my YouTube channel anymore. Mostly because, like, it's just too much of a bother to try to keep from, like, dealing with the copyright situation. Like, hell, there was, like, whole fucking mixes where the entire mix was copyright flagged. And it's like, bro, like, the whole purpose of the dance game is music. Bruh. Come on with that shit. Anyway. I gotta move some things around, and I'm gonna switch over to that. So I'll be back soon-ish. But yeah, see you in a minute.
Really stupid. You just gonna stand there and stare at me there? That appears to be a yes. I'm not sure I've ever seen this happen before. No, they're the Mad Midget 5.
Sure. You know, every time that happens, it's like just a new flavor of silly ass bullshit.
Hey guys, how's it going?